If you like the road to El Dorado,
Well, I like it.
if you like Miguel and Tulio,
Tulio and Miguel, mighty and powerful gods.
then you're in for a real treat today. We're going to be making Tulio's famous loaded dice, and we're doing it all in Blender 3D. Lego. Hey there, my name is Innerman, the creator of the Innerman Arts channel. This is where I document my journey to become a great artist, animator, and storyteller. If you want to improve in those areas of creativity along with me, make sure you smack the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single Innerman classic. Make sure you stick around till the end of the video to see the final result. Okay, we have Blender open right now, and we got this free little cube, which is perfect for creating some dice. So we're gonna keep that. We don't want to keep the dice in this mode right now. We need to be able to sculpt it. So I learned that we can change this to a render mode called workbench. So we're gonna go to the right over here, click this little camera icon. Over here we have render engine, and change Eevee to workbench. What workbench does, it like gets rid of like all the fluff and allows us to just like sculpt the structure. Down here we're gonna change this lighting to madcap. Gonna turn on cavity, outline, shadow. I'm just gonna change the color of this to like, this looks pretty good. Press Z on our keyboard, click on rendered, and look at that. We are officially in workbench with this little color thingy. Okay, next up we want to be able to add some holes in here, right? We're gonna go to a little mode called edit mode by hitting tab on our keyboard, and look how our cube is lit right now. Edit mode allows us to, you may have guessed it, edit the object. Now in order to add holes, we need like a bunch of different faces on here, so we're gonna do Control R, get our edge line tool, and if we scroll with the edge line tool activated, get a bunch of different lines that we can create. Actually want to start from the top. Control R, gonna get 4 edge lines. We're gonna just place them like this. I do Control R again, 4 edge lines, place them here. Bada bing, bada boom. Just one more on this side. So we got a bunch of faces here. It's all starting to come together.
It's all coming together.
Wait, hang on, that's the wrong movie. Now we're going to start poking some holes in this bad boy. 3 on the keyboard to go into face mode. We're gonna select our desired faces by holding shift and clicking each of them. With those selected, we're gonna press I on the keyboard. We're gonna add little insert, I for insert, go figure. We can change the thickness to 0.03, so not too thick but thick enough. I'm saying thick a lot. Probably gonna have to insert an Aku meme when I get to editing this video.
Extra thick!
Okay, now we're gonna do the rest of the sides. I'm gonna select all the faces and then do an insert for all of them at the same time. Okay, we have all of them selected now. We can just right click and do poke faces. We're gonna select the poke offset to a bit of a higher number.
What?
Wait, that's not that's not right. We gotta do negative. That's illegal. That looks a little better. Now that we all have all the desired faces poked, let's get out of the workbench render engine and let's go to Eevee and hit tab to get out of edit mode. Let's make this slick. Let's make it a bit smooth here. Gonna click on this little wrench. This is where you go to add modifiers, I think. What are we looking for? Which one was it? Oh yeah, subdivision surface. This is gonna make our dice look smooth. Just gonna add that. It's looking pretty good. And we can tone up the smoothness by clicking on this thing called viewport. That makes it a bit smoother. Now how can this be Tulio's famous loaded dice if it's not red?
Exactly.
So we gotta add something called material. We're gonna click this little ball down here. This is the material properties. We're gonna use this material that Blender so graciously gave us. We're gonna call it red. We're gonna change the base color to obviously blue, right? No, we're gonna change it to red. All right, that's a pretty good red color. One of the final steps is to add some white to the holes here. We're gonna hide this subdivision. We're gonna head back to edit mode. We're gonna change this to solid. We're gonna hold down shift so we can assign our white color to the holes. In order to do that, we're gonna press B, start highlighting. All right, we got all the holes selected. Now we're gonna go back to material properties. What we're gonna do next is we're going to add a new material. We're gonna call it white. We're gonna click on assign. It's gonna assign that color. Get out of edit mode. Show the subdivision. Gonna hit Z on our keyboard, show the render, and what the heck? Bruh. I goofed on this side. Let's see if we can fix that. Be right back in a jiffy. Alright, there we go. Much better. And would you look at that? Raise this die up a bit by doing GZ. Raise it up on the Z axis. Gonna click this button here, add like a little flora for it to sit on. Press S to scale it up. Set the die down nicely on the Z axis. Shift it to the left a little bit. Do a simple duplicate. Shift and D. There we go. Let's light this scene up a bit more. Shift D to produce another light. Drop it here. Now place one more light over here. Very nice. Let's rotate this on the Y axis. Hey, my guy Tulio, look at that, man.
7. All right, 7. Yes.
Looks like we just got ourselves a map to El Dorado. And there we have it. We have Tulio's famous loaded dice in Blender 3D. Oh man, this brings back memories watching this movie on my VCR. Leave a comment if you had a VCR and you used to watch some old school movies on it. Changing legend into fact, we shall ride into history. Turning... Oh crap. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single Innerman classic. If you've seen the movie before, if you've seen movies like Treasure Planet, like if you're an OG, you've seen movies like that before, leave a comment about it down in the comment section. Check out the description for fun stuff like the social media, the podcasts, a bunch of other stuff, all the gear I'm using. I got links to all the gear I'm using. If you want this gear, you can get it by clicking on the links below. Check out the previous videos shown here. They're gonna be to my right somewhere. I think this is my right. Depending on how I edit this, it's gonna whatever. Make sure you check out the previous videos. That's all I got for you guys today. This is Innerman from Innerman Arts, signing off.